Okay, so as discussed, right, today's topic is group policy management console. Okay, what is group policy management? You already know group policy management is one of the services where you will get after installation of the Active Directory domain services, and you promoted your work group environment into a secured domain environment. And what is the use of group policy? If you want to control a group of users or computers by sitting in a central store, means you don't have to log into each and every computers, or you don't have to go to each and every user object in the Active Directory to control some settings. Imagine you want to apply a wallpaper for 1,000 users, okay, quickly. It is not feasible, or even though it is feasible, it will take time, correct? Now, because you have to log into each and every computer, and then you have to copy the file, and then you have to apply the wallpaper. 10,000, 1,000 computers into 5 6 minutes, also it will take around 5 to 6,000 minutes to complete all the 1,000 users. So when you have the Active Directory, the group policy management console, this is the group policy management console. Okay, so here I already explained you, right? Active Directory is not just an identity and access management services. It will also help you to store, or store your computer and users classes and attributes in an hierarchical manner. Okay, you can see here under google.com I have an office called India. Under India I have an specific location called Bangalore, and under Bangalore I have IT as a organizational unit, or OU. We may have multiple other departments inside the IT. Maybe you have a developer, we have a testing team, we have an infrastructure team, you may have Linux team, Intel team, cloud team, multiple teams are there, and we normally keep everybody in the IT OU, or sometimes I have seen the segregation also among the IT also. Okay, so why this is, this is this will help you to apply the group policies in a specific manner. See here in this example, I have a OU called IT. Okay, imagine all the IT OU users should be disabled with the pen drive. No, none of the IT users should use the USB pen drive. That means it is very easy for me to just come to the IT OU, just right click and create a new policy and just disable that particular settings. So that is the beauty of the group policy management object. Okay, now let us understand what is group policy and what types of policy settings will be coming, and how can we handle the conflicts when we have multiple settings or different settings at multiple level. Okay, let me open. Okay, so the topic is GPO, means it is group policy management or group policy object, GPO. Okay, so you already know group policy means it is set of rules, correct? Huh? Group policy is nothing but it is set of rules to whom we can apply. Either we can apply for the group of computers or the group of users, correct? Huh? So imagine this, all the computers should be controlled by sitting the central. If you don't have the Active Directory, what we have to do, you have to log into each machine single time, okay, and make the changes, or you have to go to each and every user object and make the changes. So it is not very feasible option. That is why this group policy will help you to control just by logging into the Active Directory domain controller. Go to the group policy console, and there you have the OUs. Inside the OUs you have users and computers objects there, and create a policy, apply whatever settings you wanted to send. Okay, that is one thing. And in the group policy we have two types of settings actually. Okay, how many types of settings we have in group policy? We have two types of settings. Can somebody tell me what is two types? One is user settings, another one is computer settings. What is the difference? What is the difference, guys? When I say user settings, whatever settings that you wanted to apply only for the users. Imagine you have a computer, okay? Say for example, you have a computer here, okay? And this computer has got some printer, okay? Some some printer is there connected here. So if I put computer level policy, no matter whatever users will log into that computer, the settings are same. What is the settings? Apart from the printing, none of the other functionalities will be enabled in this computer. Okay, that is why that settings are specific to the computers, no matter whatever users logs in. That computers are the settings are specific to the computer. It is not for the users. If I log in, I will only see the printing object. If any other user logs in, he will also see only the printing facilities. None of the other facilities will be opened or allowed in the computer when it is specific to the computer policy. Another one is user settings. User settings is nothing but the settings related to the user object. Okay, say for example, if I define there are two users, one user is me, maybe another user is Hemant, imagine. Okay, so for me only, I am the system admin, I am from the IT department. Okay, if I log into this computer, I can even take the printout, I can even make the changes, I can even control the computer installation, removal of the application, everything can be done because that is specific to the user settings, and I am the IT admin and I have the full control of the computer. And imagine if Hemant logs in, maybe if he is from HR department, imagine. The HR department, he don't have any technical knowledge. For him, only the printing and scanning should work. If he logs into this computer, he will only able to do only the scanning and whatever scanned documents is there. If you want, he can take out the printout because that is the only settings we have enabled for Hemant in this computer because the settings are coming from the user level. So that is the difference between the two types of settings we have in the group policy. This is clear? Okay. Now let us understand the group policy inheritance model. Okay. We have this GPO inheritance model. GPO inheritance model. Okay, so how this group policy will get inherited from the parent to the child object. Okay, so and how is the conflict will be handled when there is a multiple settings, different settings at different level. Okay, we have an option, we have a group policy inheritance model. We call it as LSDOU. L means it is local computer. Okay, S means site level. Okay, and D means domain level. Okay, and OU means OU level. OU means it is OU level policy. So now let me create one example here. Okay, say for example, you have a uh, google.com domain. Okay, maybe under that you may have site. Okay, first site, first site. Okay, this is site level. Under that you have a domain, under that you have a OU. Okay, here maybe it is Bangalore, and before that you have a computer here. Okay, okay, first let me give the computer here. This is local. So you have a computer with you. Okay, the computer which is in front of you, that is your local system. Okay, so whatever settings can be applied using group policy, that can even apply at the local level. See, if I go to run, okay, Windows R, if you put, you'll go to run, and here you have an option called GP edit. This is not, this is not, this is not the domain controller. This is my local machine. Okay, if you open the console, you will understand. See, it will tell this is my local policy. See, local computer policy. So if you look at, I was explaining the two types of settings. One is computer configuration, another one is user configurations. The same setting I was explaining about. And if you look at, this is not the domain policy or the group policy, it is the local computer policy. So I was telling now, if you go to administrative templates, if you go to desktop, if you go to desktop, the same wallpaper option is also here. Means you can apply the group policy in multiple ways. One is you can just right click and set as wallpaper, that can also be done. Or you can even go to the local computer policy and you can just mention or define whatever policy or the file you want to see. You can see the path here. You see Windows web wallpaper home. You can just call out the wallpaper path to which you wanted to keep it as a desktop wallpaper using the local policy. This is one thing. So this is one level of settings can be sent. Okay, imagine here you have a wallpaper A. What is the wallpaper? That is A. Okay, let me write it here. So there you have applied wallpaper A. In the local computer it is wallpaper A. Sorry, it is P, right? Wallpaper A. Okay, so one level of settings. Another one is you have site level. Okay, if you go to the DC here, you have here forest. Now here also you can create the policies. So one level of settings will come from here. Okay, from here you can comes. Another one is domain level. Here this is the domain level. Okay, so if you want to create anything at the top level, see this policy is there a domain policy. So this is the top level policy that will be applicable for the entire OUs which are present in the google.com or any other domain. Okay, means each and every computers, each and every users, this policy will be applied. That is why we call it as domain level policy. So now you understood there are two more level, correct na? So imagine at the first site level the wallpaper B comes here. Here wallpaper B comes, and at google.com level wallpaper C comes. Okay, and the last one is under the Bangalore, maybe under the OUIT. Okay, so here one wallpaper comes, wallpaper D. How the conflict will happen, I'll explain you now. Okay, when the computer starts booting, okay, when you logs into the computer, okay, the group policy will just look for, is there any wallpaper, all the settings, not only just wallpaper, it will just look for all the available settings. Okay, whatever you are able to see now here, settings, anything under computer configuration, under user configuration, all the settings will be quickly reviewed. Okay, is there any local policy settings that have to carry to the computer? Yes, it founds a local computer policy, that is there is a wallpaper A to be applied. It will apply it. It will just take the settings, make a note of it, like I have written it here. Then it will just go and check for the same setting, is there any conflict at the conflict at the site level. Okay, so site level there is no wallpaper. If there is a wallpaper, it will just write the latest value there. So what it will do, it will rub this wallpaper A and it will make a note of the new wallpaper, which is wallpaper B. If there is no wallpaper B at the site level, it will only carry the wallpaper A to the next level. Then it will go and check in the site level, domain level. In the domain level, is there any wallpaper settings? Yes, if it is there, it will wipe out wallpaper A and wallpaper B names from there. It will write the wallpaper C. Okay, and then finally the domain level, so OU level policies will be applied. It will just go to the Bangalore under the IT, because the user is present inside the IT. Wherever the user is present now, in that OU, the policy will be checked at the end, and whatever policy will be checked at the end, they will always take the precedence, and the settings whatever is there in that OU level, they always win. Okay, the least priority is local level and the highest priority is the OU level. So whenever we are checked for the group policy settings, the very first thing, it will be checked in the local computer, and then the site level, and then the domain level, and finally the OU level. So OU level settings will always take the precedence and it will be winning. Imagine you have a local you have a settings at the local computer for wallpaper A, and in the OU level wallpaper B is there, means wallpaper A will not be applicable, because in the OU the IT OU tells you have to keep the wallpaper B as a image in your group policy settings. So OU level policy will always win. Okay. Okay, then how to troubleshoot group policy uh, settings. Okay, so you have a command. People will ask you, okay, I have applied a policy but the user is not getting the latest policy settings. How will you do the troubleshooting? Okay, the first and foremost thing, you have a command called gp update. Okay, gp, you have to go to the command prompt and type a command called gp update space slash force. And if you run this command gp update slash force, whatever policy settings have been applied, the query will go to the domain controller and it will just pull all the latest settings and configurations from the domain controller and it will apply the local computer. So this is the first and foremost command, you have to use it. Another one is GP result. If you want to see, even though if it is not happening, you wanted to see what are all the policies have been applied, settings have been applied. We have another command called GP update, sorry, GP result. Okay, and you can just call out the path C colon temp slash maybe result dot html. If you type this command, na, what it will do, it will just create a policy settings, whatever policies have been applied to the computer. Okay, and then it will just give the list of settings in an HTML format, and you can see, okay, whether the policy I'm talking about is applied or not. Okay, another one is RSOP. You can write one more command called RSOP. Okay, RSOP means it is resultant set of policies. What it will do, if you put GP result, everything will come. If you put RSOP, it will only show you the settings, whatever settings have been applied. None of the other information will come, only the settings, whatever has been applied to the users and computers, the OU, only they will be populated. Okay, RSOP means it is resultant set of policy. Resultant set of policies. Okay, so this is all about the group policy theory you wanted to understand. Okay, so now we are good with the theory. If you guys are fine, we can just move on to the lab. So to apply group policy, we wanted a local computer. Okay, so if you look at, I have a computer already. My local computer is a PC. So it is a fresh built computer. Okay, it is a fresh built computer. Okay, I have not even installed the VMware tools. Let me install the VMware tools. Okay, so how to install VMware tools? You have to go to uh, VM here, and you have an option called install VMware tools. When you click on that, a CD will be getting inserted. See, a CD got installed here. Just have to double click and follow the installation wizard. See here, the CD is there. Double click and this installation should be begin. So click on the complete option. Since I don't know what to install, so I'll always go with the complete one. So next and install. It will take a while to complete the installation, and once the installation is done, it will ask for the computer restart. So soon after the computer gets installed, or before even getting the installed, the PC will become full screen, because this will allow you to copy some wallpapers or any data from your base machine to the local PC. That is possible when you have the VMware workstation driver installed, the VMware tools installed. Okay, that is important to install the VMware tools because that will contain a lot of drivers and plugins which will allow your base machine to talk to the virtual machine or virtual machine to talk to the base machine. Okay, see, it is now, it will become full screen now. If you look at, it will become full screen now. See, it has become full screen. So it is very very essential, as soon as you are installing a computer you have to make this change. Okay, so I will install it maybe 1 minute later. Before that, what I will do, let me check whether the IP address is static or not. Okay, so how to check the IP address? What is the command to check the IP address, guys? How can I check the IP address of a computer?
ipconfig.
Ipconfig is a command. I can use a command called ipconfig, and that gives me the IP address of the computer. Okay, my IP address is 192.168.230.128, and this address is not given by me, it is given by the VMware workstation DHCP. Okay, so let me change. I don't want this IP address, I want to change the IP address. I can use a command called ncpa.cpl, network control panel.cpl, to open the network interface card. When I run the command, my network interface card will be opening here. So just right click on the Ethernet 0 which is connected now. Okay, right click, go to properties, and go to TCP IPv4. See, it has got the first option, obtain an IP address automatically. That is the reason you have got that IP address. But now I don't want that IP address, I want to use a specific address. So I'll click on the second option and I'm going to enter the IP address. My IP address can be like 192.168.190. Maybe 70, imagine. Okay, so 192.168.190.1 is my gateway, because we always use 1 as the gateway, so we should use 1 only. And this is 192.168.190.30. Let me check what is IP address of the domain controller. Then we have to replicate the same there, because the DNS address should be IP address of a domain controller or the DNS server. So password at the rate 123. I am able to log in. Let me run the command ipconfig ipcynfig. Yes, see, it is correct. 192.168.190.30 is the IP address of my domain controller DC01. That is the reason in the PC also I have entered the same IP address. Okay, see here 30 is there. So I'm good now. So IP address is done. My computer is in one. Let me check the firewall. Firewall is also on. I can just turn it off. Turn off Windows Defender firewall. Yes, turn off, and fine. And the next one is host name. If I just type the host, how to check the computer name, guys? Hmm?
Run command like hosting.
Yeah. See, I have run a command called host name. It has come desktop 7A17 SBT. This is not as per the standard. So how to rename a computer, guys?
sysadmin.cpl.
sysdm.cpl. Okay, so if you type sysdm.cpl, it will open the system properties window. You can even do that via graphics, but try to learn the commands. Okay, so click on change here. You can see the desktop computer, the full computer name is different. So you have to, don't type here the name, that is the computer description. Okay, you want to understand what exactly the computer is, you can do the description, but that is not the computer name. Computer name is this one, desktop. So click on change here, and now you can rename it as PC01. So before that, let me check here if I have an object called PC01. Okay, let me go to the users and computers. If I'm here, go to the google.com, right click, and option called find. Here user contacts and groups are there. I want to search a computer, and PC01. I don't have any PC, that's fine. I'm good then. So I'll just put PC01. Okay, and I want to domain join also, na? So okay, we'll do one thing. Let this get restarted. After that only we'll do the domain joining. See, it is restarting now. The renaming is done. The computer is now getting restarted. Once the computer is back online, we will try to domain join that PC. Okay. So now, if you look at here, DC01, I didn't had the computer name PC01, right? Now, see here, PC01 is not there. Correct. When I try to search a computer in the google.com, I don't see the PC01. Correct. Because the computer is not there in the domain yet. So let this get started. Once the machine is up, I'll freshly log in again. Okay. And I will use my standard password at the rate 123, and I'm inside the machine now. Now what we have to do, we have to quickly domain join this computer. We have few peoples now. That is why I'm just explaining this one. How to join a computer to the domain. Okay. So let this get turned on. Logs in. Yes. Now I'm into the computer. Okay. So now go to the same command prompt and run a command called sysdm.cpl, the same command. Okay, sysdm.cpl. If you run this command, you'll get the same, the renaming option. Okay, the computer renaming option, you get it. You got this. Okay, here not only the, see, the computer name got changed now. Okay, PC01 it is telling. If you look at host name here, see the host name PC01. If you look at IP config, see the new IP address is 192.168.190.70, the new IP address. Okay, so I'm good here. So now if you go to the computer name, they have work, it still says work group. See, it is not in the domain, it still says work group. I have to go to change. Now just below this PC name, okay, you have an option called whether this machine should be there in the work group or in the domain. So my computer should be in the domain. What is my domain name? My domain name is google.com. See, my domain is google.com. So I'll go to PC01. I want to make this PC01 part of google.com. Google.com. So I will say okay. And it is asking me a duplicate initially. Okay, that's fine. It is just giving a warning. And see now, since I've added the DNS address there, it is resolving that google.com to some IP address, and it is asking me to talk to the domain controller or authenticate whether you are the legitimate user to domain join the machine. Okay, so what I will do, I'll put google/administrator, and the password is password at the rate 123. So I'm good. Now if my username and password is correct, see, it is correct now, and it is now telling me you are welcome to the Google domain. Okay, say I am now added my computer to the domain. Okay, after domain joining, your machine will be restarted. Now we'll quickly go to the domain controller, and I'll try to find a PC01 now. And if you look at, I found one PC called PC01. Can you see here? Because now this PC01 is part of the google.com. It is now a member of the Google domain. Okay, so you can, this computer object will come and say where is that, just double click on this and go to your one second. If you're not able to see, go to advanced here, advanced feature, and then search PC01, and it is a computer object PC01. And if you double click, it will tell you where exactly it is sitting. If you go to objects here, you can see where is that, under google.com you have a OU called computer, under that PC01 is there. So I know where is that. If you see here, you have a computers, see under that you have the PC01. See, okay, now if you want to control something, all the computers, you can just right click on this if you go to Google domain group policy management object, you can just right click on this computers and create the policies. I think we have a question. One second. So my computer is now restarted. Let me check if I can log in. Okay, See here, it is now showing Google. It is not showing my PC01. Okay, now it is part of Google. You can even mention Google slash administrator. And the password is password at the rate 123. This is standard password. Okay, so now I'm good. So once this logs in, right, it will just, I will be the user from a domain called Google. Okay, and I logged in. So I am good now. So now we'll do one thing. Let me quickly go to the domain controller, okay, and create some OUs. Okay. So I'll go to tools and you have to go to the Active Directory users and computers. This is the main console. All the Active Directory related activities will be performed. Okay. Just right click on the Active Directory users and computers. Okay, and now you see India, correct now? In India we have Bangalore and IT. So I would like to create one more OU under Bangalore. Okay, that OU name, right click on the Bangalore, right click, go to new, and you create an organization in it, OU. Okay, and you call it as admins. Okay, and now if you look at one more OU, I'm gonna create. Okay, new and OU, I will do HR. So now I have here three OUs, correct? Na? And inside that IT, my user's name is there. Inside the admin, nobody is there. I'm gonna create now. Okay, I'm gonna create a user. Maybe I'll put Ashok. Okay, at the rate google.com. See, this is how, if you don't have domain Ashok, your username will not come like this. See, Ashok at the rate google.com. When you log into the, when you join company called Google, na, so that
Hmm.
time already the Google domain is there. Some already existing IT engineer, say for example, I'm already there as an IT admin. I will get a ticket stating that Ashok is going to join the company from 17th or 16th of October. Okay, so what will happen? So I have to create your username. Like I will have the ticket inside the ticket. I have the information. What is the first name? What is the last name? Okay, which department is? Who is your manager? What is your phone number? What is your address? Everything will be there. So I'll just look at the information. I'll just populate the values. You see, Ashok, I want it. Last name I want it. What is the logon name I want it? Okay, I have this. So I'll say next, and I'll set the password at the rate 123. Password at the rate 123. Okay, and here user must change the password. Next login, you can put it. Okay, so I'll say next. If you don't put this option, it is a security risk, because I am the admin, I know your password. If I know your password on behalf of you, I can do whatever are possible disaster in the estate, correct na?
Yes.
So
Yes.
to avoid that, what I will do, I will select this user must change the password next logon. I will send the password to you when you are logging in first time na. It will
Hmm.
force you to change the password of your own, so that whatever password I know, it is invalid. Okay, so next finish. So similarly in HR also, I would like to create one OU, one user inside the HR OU. Right click and right click new. Instead of that, you create a user here. Maybe username I can take Nandini. Okay, uh, at the rate google.com. Say next, PASSWORD at the rate 123, PASSWORD at the rate 123. So if you don't check this, user must change the password, it will not ask you to change the password. I will show you there. Okay, next and finish. So now here you have three OUs under Bangalore. So my setup is ready now. Well, now I have a restriction. I have a no. I have a. I have one notification comes. Okay, stating that IT user should have the IT related wallpaper. Admin team should have the admin related wallpaper, and HR should have the HR related wallpaper. Okay, so how to do that? It is very easy. So before I go there, let me create some wallpapers. Okay, if I go to the paint, P brush, I'll open the paint and I'll create some custom wallpaper. Okay, so what I will do, I will put, this is HR. Okay, so let me save this. Okay, so now I will create one more, that is maybe admin. Okay, admin is there na here? Yeah, admin and IT. Okay, fine. Okay, I'll increase the font size here. We can make it 100. Okay, and I'll use this font. I will save this as admin. Okay, and then last one is IT. Okay, so fine. So let me save it as JPEG. And now I have three wallpapers, correct na? So what I will do, I'll copy all the three wallpapers. See, I have this three wallpapers. Let me copy this. Control C. I'll go to this domain controller. I'll put it in the domain controller because I have to send them no to all the computers. If it is there in the domain controller, it is easy to send them to everywhere. So what I will do, I'll just go to my this PC. Maybe I have D drive now, disk. See D drive. If you record 60 GB, we have given na out of 60 GB, only 50 GB there's C drive. See, another 10 GB is not used. Let me go to disk management, disk mgmt.msc. I will create a new drive with 10 GB unallocated is there. See here, 10 GB is there unallocated. Right click on this unallocated, new simple volume. Next, 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 finish. Now if you see this formatting and a new drive created with E drive. Now what I will do, I'll keep it inside the D drive, E drive. Okay, I'll put wallpapers or data, and I can just put it here. And I would like to give permission to this one so that it should be visible for everyone. Okay, everyone add, read, write, fine, done. And also security permission, I'll go everyone. Okay, it is there, no worries. So I'm good now. So what I'll do, I'll take this DC01. If I just search, see the data folder came now. I'll copy this one. Okay, and okay, let me be here. I'll go to the now. Let me open the group policy management object now. See now, see to create the wallpapers group policy, I wanted wallpapers. I have created that wallpaper and copied those wallpapers to the my domain controller. See, I have created a new folder inside my domain controller, folder called data. Inside that, I have all the three department wallpaper. So now what I will do to apply the group policy settings, I have to go to tools and open the group policy management console. This group policy management console, if you open, I want to apply the policies at the OU level here. Under India, under Bangalore, I have three departments. See, under admin, nothing is there. Under HR, nothing. Under IT, nothing is there. Only users are there. Okay. Let me delete this one. I'll firstly create a new one. So let me right click and delete this GPO. Fine. See now, let me create a admin related policy now. So I would like to create a policy for the admin to send the admin wallpaper. Clearly, please watch it. Okay. Right click. How to create? Right click and you get an option called create a GPO in this domain and link it here. Fine. And I will tell This is admin GPO. I'll say OK. And now I want to send the settings. What is the settings? I want to send the GPO settings, wallpaper GPO settings. I will right click on the newly created policy and I will say edit. If I say edit, I get the two settings I was talking about. One is user computer configuration, another one is user configuration. And I told the wallpaper for all the users should be same because I am applying at the IT admin, Bangalore admin users OU, correct? So under users, you click on policies. Under policies, you have administrative templates. Under administrative templates, you have an option called desktop. If you double click on the desktop, again one more desktop is there. Double click that, and here you see wallpaper. Double click on that wallpaper, and it gives you an option to enable this. It is asking whether you want to not configure, whether you want to enable the group policy. Yes, if you enable the group policy, this will be populated. See, if I just click not connected, it will be grayed off. Wallpaper name is grayed off. If I click enable, it will allow me to put the path there. So here, since it is the admin, right? What I have to do, I have to go copy the path of the admin. Okay, so hold the shift button and right click on the admin wallpaper, and you see an option called copy as path. See here, copy as path. Okay, come here and just control V. If you put, okay, you have to remove these double quotes, and if you see, this is how the shared path will be there. Can you see the below example to using a UNC path? See here, double slash server. Yes, my server is dc01. Share name is data, and the file name is admin.jpg. Correct na? So now I am going to send the settings. So here it is asking, how do you want to style it? You want to keep the wallpaper in the middle of the screen, or you want to fill the entire screen, or you want to fit, or you want to span, stretch tile, multiple tiles. Okay, me, I wanted to fill the entire screen with the wallpaper. That's why I'm telling fill. Okay, I will say apply and okay. So I'm done with the admin one. Now let me go to the HR. Do the same thing, right click, create a new GPO in this domain and link it here, and my HR hyphen GPO. Okay, and right click on the HR hyphen GPO which is newly created, edit, go to the policies, administrative templates, desktop, desktop, wallpaper. Here you need to select the copy of the name of the HR, right click, hold the shift button, right click on the HR, copy as path, come here, click on enabled, paste the paths, delete the double quotes, here, fill, okay, apply. See, apply and okay. I'm done with the HR department too. Now let me copy the path for IT, copy as path. Okay, go to right click on ITOU, create a new GPO. Yes, IT hyphen GPO. Okay, so now double click on GPO. Okay, double click on GPO and policies, administrative templates, desktop, wallpaper, and here wallpaper. Maximize this, enable this, copy the, paste the path here, remove the quotes. Okay, make it fill and apply. Okay, so now I have applied all the policies. I want to verify whether the settings are applied or not. Let me do one thing. Now I'll go to the PC01 because in the PC only we have to check the settings, right? Let me give access for all the three users to this computer. Okay, so I can even give that via Active Directory group. Okay, I'll go to here. I'll create an IT here, IT new group. I will do one thing in the IT folder. I'll create a new group because in group I will add this is PC01 administrator. Okay, if I want to grant administrator access to the PC01, the people should be part of it. I'll open this, go to members, I'll add Manju. Okay, Manju I've added, and Ashok is there, Nandini is there. Okay, so I add all the three users, Ashok, Manjunath, Nandini, to the PC01 administrator here. Apply. Okay, now go to the PC01 here. Go to the open the you can go to this PC. I'll show you in the graphics this one, and right click on the this PC. Go to manage option. So users and groups. Click on groups. Click on administrator and add the groups here. What is the group name? PC-administrator. PC. See PC01 administrator. Came, apply, fine. That means now just by adding that group, you have granted administrator access for all the three users. I will not take more than 2 minutes. Okay. So now let me log in with the users. Control Alt Delete. Now instead of administrator, what I will do, I log in Google/Nandini. Nandini is from HR department. Now see here, she will get the wallpaper when she computer is same. Okay, computer is computer is same, but the users who are logging in is different. What is the username? India. Okay. See now Nandini she is logging in to the PC01, but when you look at the wallpaper, she will be part of HR, no? So HR she will have the HR wallpaper in the desktop. To the same computer, if I log in with my account, I will have the IT. If Ashok logs in, Ashok will have the admin. Okay. So that is how this group policy will help. Now, if you create any users in that OU, you don't need to worry or you don't need to apply specifically the settings because the policy is applied at the OU level. Whatever user will be added to that OU, he will have the settings applied manual automatically. Not, there is no manual intervention specifically needed there. So first time when you log in, it will take some time to create the profile. See, automatically HR wallpaper came, correct? Huh? Who is she? She is Nandini. CMD. If I go, who am I? And it says I am Google/Nandini. Okay, so we are good. So policy is working as expected. Now let me log off and log in as Ashok. Now to the same machine, I will be logging as Ashok. And if you look at, you will have admin. See, you should have password change option. I have said no. User password must be changed before signing in. It is forcing him to change the password. Now password can be password at the rate 1234. Password at the rate 1234. See, changing the password. This is the beauty. When you select, user must change the password at next logon. Now, whatever password I have shared, password at the rate 123 is invalid. The new password is 1234 and that is known only by Ashok. None of the other, even the administrator don't know his password. Okay, and we cannot retrieve the passwords, guys. You have to reset the password. You cannot, even Microsoft don't have authority to retrieve the passwords. So now Ashok will be having administrator wallpaper. So this is how we will apply the group policies. Okay, I think I will stop here So tomorrow what I will do, I will create one more group policy at the main Bangalore OU level, and we will send one settings, maybe disable the command prompt or disable the USB pen drive. And I will also show you, if you don't know settings, okay, now I know where is that setting is there, wallpaper. If you don't know how, where is that settings, which console it comes, how to check that or how to Google that and how to apply, I'll show you tomorrow. Okay, so by tomorrow active directory will be completed including everything. See, same computer, but the user has is the settings whatever he is getting is different. Correct, na? So let me stop the recording here. Thank you all for joining.